author of the new memoir, A Different Kind of Power, Jacinda Ardern. Now, throughout the book, you talk about, you describe sometimes grappling with your faith.
Yeah.
And then ultimately decided to leave the Mormon church. And I'm just curious, without that religious upbringing, do you think you would have been as civil-minded as you are? Because certainly in the United States, Mormons are very dedicated to democracy and the idea of the Constitution. It's extremely important to them. And did you learn some of that from your faith?
Well, certainly, I mean, I remember one of the really significant parts of being part of that community growing up in New Zealand, and there are a few cultural differences between the church and those two places, but service is so consistent. And I just remember how service-orientated, you know, our world was as a member of the church. I couldn't tell you whether or not I would have been as civically minded otherwise, but I think probably the biggest determining factor were my parents. Yeah. You know, people always think when you're a politician that all your role models are other politicians, but, you know, as cliched as it seems, mine was my mum and dad. They're just such good people. Yeah.
Lovely. Well, as good as the book, as lovely as the book is, if people want some sort of a visual aid, a supplement to go with that, you're the subject of a fantastic documentary that I've had the chance to see, which comes to the theaters on June 13th.
Great.
It's called Prime Minister, and it captures the intense highs and lows of your 5 years as Prime Minister of New Zealand. And some of the footage comes from extremely private moments because Clarke, basically when you got sort of forced to the front of the Labour Party to run, Clarke picked up a camera.
He did.
And pointed at you.
Yeah.
And how did that go over?
Not well. I mean, so his background is as a broadcaster, so I imagine it probably was instinctive to him. He thought, oh, this seems important, maybe I should document it.
Sure.
So he did, he just picked up a camera. But, you know, I really credit him for sticking with it because I was pretty hard to film. I would often tell him to stop or to go away, very politely, of course. But he persisted, and I'm glad he persisted because I think it gives an insight to leadership in a really human way.
Well, it's a beautiful documentary and moving in many ways and very funny. We got a clip right here. What are we going to see? Do you know?
I think you're going to see the wonderful people that I worked with putting on a birthday cake for me in the office, and you'll probably see a little bit of my daughter when she's younger.
Jim.
Thank you, everyone, for always supporting me, even though I curse your name when this thing comes to me. Neve, when she sees me pick this up, says, "Bye-bye, see you tomorrow."
Hello again.
I just wondered if you wanted to take the opportunity of sort of reflecting back on that first term as a Prime Minister.
I don't even know how to sum it up. Everything about it was unexpected. It amazes me that the things that you campaign on can sometimes become the most irrelevant thing that you'll be doing.
Cindy, so lovely to see you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Her book, A Different Kind of Power, is out now. The documentary Prime Minister is in theaters June 13th. Jacinda Ardern, everybody. We'll be right back with a performance by King